We have more Canadian reaction to this story now. This from Eagle News correspondent Ashley Sackmar.
The world saw Wednesday how a mob of pro-Trump supporters besieged the U.S. Capitol Hill in an attempt to stop the official process that would affirm Joe Biden as the next president of the United States. Throughout the whole evening and the next day, Canadian politicians posted their condemnation of the insurgents. This is what Prime Minister Justin Trudeau had to say. Canadians are deeply disturbed and saddened by the attack on democracy in the United States, our closest ally and neighbor. Violence will never succeed in overruling the will of the people. Democracy in the U.S. must be upheld, and it will be. NDP leader Jagmeet Singh said that what happened Wednesday was systemic racism in action. Black, brown, and Indigenous people are met with violence and brutality when protesting their human rights. Yesterday, white supremacists attempted to overthrow a democratic election with deadly weapons, incited by the president. The police reaction showcases systemic racism in action. Toronto Mayor John Tory also expressed that this kind of act is unacceptable. Take a listen. Events unfolding in Washington today are both disturbing and appalling. The U.S. Capitol is one of the global centers of democracy. This violence and attempt at insurrection following a free and fair election is unacceptable. Democracy has to prevail, and I'm confident it will prevail. Mississauga Mayor Bonnie Crombie said that there was no patriotism in these acts. What we saw in Washington today was unprecedented and appalling. There was no patriotism in the acts of violence and insurrection, no honor or bravery. Democracy isn't easy. It requires truth and a willingness to put country before self. I hope today is a turning point for America. Official opposition NDP leader Andrea Horwath called on Premier Doug Ford to denounce the Proud Boys, one of the far-right hate groups involved in the insurgents. After the Proud Boys role organizing yesterday's brazen attack on democracy and the rule of law, I am calling on Doug Ford to clearly and unequivocally denounce the Proud Boys. Silence is support. As of Friday morning, the Premier still has not denounced nor posted his comments on the insurgents at Capitol Hill. Singh and Horwath have started an official call and petition to designate Proud Boys as a terrorist organization and to include this group in Canada's counter-terrorism strategy. In Toronto, Ashley Sackmar, Eagle News, we live in interesting times.